Guys, welcome back to my channel, and today for you I have all of my faves and kind of okays on foundations and concealers. I tried, let's see, when I went to Walmart the other day, because that's all we have here really that sells any makeup. I don't have any, you know, Target or whatever. So I went and I bought like probably 7 different foundations, okay? So I tried them all, and I wanted to be able to tell you what I like for light coverage, what I like for medium coverage, what I like for full coverage. And so I tried them all. So here you go. Let's go. All right, let's just go into this. They're in the bag. I mean, I'm taking them out of the Walmart stack because, yeah, I'm taking them all back. So anyway, here's all the stuff I bought from Walmart, right? Like all of this. Oh, no, I'm even missing one. All right, now let's go into this because nobody really gives a crap about my blah, blah, blah. L'Oreal Glow Lotion. Somebody was like, hey, why don't you just try that and don't put any other foundation on your face? Yeah, no. I did it. I put it on. There's absolutely no coverage. All it does is glow your face, which is really nice. I'm going to say if you want something for your foundation to really glow and to look very, what do you say? Greek goddess, or kind of just glowy, but not, people don't know that you're glowy underneath your foundation. I'm telling you, this stuff is awesome. Next, I'm going to go into a little lighter coverage. Light to medium coverage, let's just say that. These 3, CoverGirl, Wet n Wild, and Neutrogena. These 2 are probably your very lightest coverage. CoverGirl Clean and Fresh Skin Milk, and Neutrogena Healthy Skin Anti-Aging Perfector. Okay, these are going to be your very lightest coverage. Do I love them? No, I do not. I can't stand the smell of this one. But if you love coconut, because it's made with coconut milk, then you'll totally love it. It has coconut milk and aloe extract. It does feel very nice on the skin. This has retinol treatment, so you need to be very careful. Everybody thinks just because it's cheap that the retinol treatment is okay, like it's not going to hurt your face. Well, it does. It dries your face right out, especially if you're older. So be very careful, but these are my 2 light coverage ones that I would say, yeah, they're pretty good. Now, drugstore-wise, for medium to full coverage are going to be, my #1 favorite was Milani, okay? I really liked this one. This one's really comparable, actually, to my Too Faced Born This Way one. Wet n Wild's, they actually have a dewy finish and a matte finish, and I'm just going to tell you this right now. For all you guys who have been trying to do matte on your face, it's out. 2020 is all about dewy, glowy, healthy looking skin. Oh, you get to listen to my music in the background too. And by the way, do not mind my background. My ring light pooped the bed. And so I wanted to hurry and film for you. So I've got it against my window so that I actually have light. So you get to see like my background that I film in and my makeup and my cute little mug that my hubby made me. He put on the I love you. It's pretty cute anyway. So let's move on. Milani I really liked. Wet n Wild and L'Oreal didn't really love. They were not the greatest. So I wouldn't highly suggest those. Now, I did buy the Milani concealer and I tried the Wet n Wild concealer. Wet n Wild concealer along with the Wet n Wild foundation, it sucked. So don't do that. The Milani concealer, I have to say, was pretty darn nice. And I would compare it to my Benefit Boing. I'd actually compare it. I really liked it. I thought it was creamy. I thought it felt nice on my skin. And it covered a little less than my Benefit. But overall, for a drugstore brand, I would actually go for that. Okay, let's move on to the high end. 3 of my very favorite high end ones are these ones. Now, I would say the lightest coverage one would be my NARS one. So NARS. If you're looking for a lighter coverage, this is a Sheer Glow foundation, actually. I really like this one. It's in the color Pamperloon. It's called Sheer Glow Medium 3.75. This one sits beautifully, especially if you like light coverage. Now, medium to full coverage, because that's what the rest of them really are. There's very few light coverages, but there are a lot medium to full coverage, and it's all on the way that you build it. Now, I don't believe in building, and that's what the girls at Sephora and Ulta will tell you. You can totally build it. Here's the thing. You guys don't even freaking know what building means. So why they even say it is beyond me. Do not mind my wigs. You love this? Those are my wigs in the back. So there's sacks back there too. Okay. So I'm just going to say this. If you want a medium coverage and you buy a medium to full coverage foundation, use a brush. My favorite brush would be the IT Cosmetics one. It's a star shape. I love it. All their brushes, I think, are really good. They're foundation brushes. So medium coverage, use a brush. If you are going to get full coverage and you want full coverage, just get a beauty blender, get it wet, not fully wet, but like barely run it underneath there, squeeze the water out of it, and pat it on, and it will be hands down full coverage. There's no need to build from medium to full coverage. If you do what I tell you to do, it will be full coverage, but not full coverage to the point where you can't even really see your skin. Now, I will tell you this, Juvia's Place that I did a YouTube on this one. I did a YouTube on all Juvia's Place things. I really enjoyed their foundation. So if you guys want absolutely 100% full coverage on your skin, it's the one to do that. Okay, so let's talk about medium to full coverage foundations that I love. And I'm just going to say, today, when I get my new ring light, I'm going to film. Yesterday, I went down to Sephora and I found some new foundations. I found one new foundation. I found a highlighter and a new eyeshadow palette. And I cannot wait to film it for you because I'm excited to tell you whether I like my foundation or not, because I'm wearing it today as a wear test and I will let you know, but I'm pretty excited about it. So anyway, that being said, my two favorites are always Too Faced Born This Way and Forever Dior. Now, Forever Dior has come out with a glow one, and then there's this one that's a more matted one. It's 24-hour wear, high perfection skin caring foundation with sunscreen. I tried the glow one also. I felt like it was a little too glowy. I was like, whoa, and I did not love that one. But I do love this one, and I'm actually, if you look like me, then I'm in the color 3C. And in Born This Way, when it's a little colder outside, I'm in the color Sand. This one, hands down, the most moisturizing, glowy, dewy, but not too glowy foundation I have ever freaking found. It goes on beautifully every time. It performs beautifully, and I get so many compliments on these two, really. This one's a little more drying. This one's a little more moisturizing, okay? So, I just took back two foundations also to Sephora. Pretty Vulgar and Shiseido. I was really hoping something good for Shiseido, but it was really drying on my skin. However, if you have oily skin and you want to try out foundation, Shiseido foundation would be the #1 thing I would tell any girl with oily skin, because it is the most mattifying, drying foundation I have ever used in my entire life. So, that being said, oily skin, I'd totally go for that one. But if you have dry skin or aging skin, these are the two for you, all right? And maybe a third is going to be added to my enjoyment of foundations, because these two. Plus, I really like NARS. You know, for the summertime, I like a little lighter coverage, so I really do like NARS too. I like how it performs. But I'll tell you, the most compliments I get on my skin is when I'm wearing the Too Faced or Dior. So, anyway. Now, let's go into my favorite concealers. Most of you all know. I have tried a million of these, right? And when you go into Ulta or Sephora and you're old, me, you know, they look at you and they're like, for aging skin, they're like, oh, go for IT Cosmetics. I'm just going to tell you right now, if you guys do not stay away from IT Cosmetics, I'm going to come and I'm going to slap your freaking hands. That is the worst foundation and the worst concealer I have ever seen or used. First of all, the concealer is like wiping freaking paint on your skin and it oxidizes to a completely different color. Second of all, I don't like how it sits. It's too heavy. So what does heavy foundation do? It's just going to sit in all your wrinkles. Another one you should never use with aging skin would be Bare Minerals. Bare Minerals will sit in your creases terribly. Why? Because it's a powder. So powders are always going to settle into your fine lines and wrinkles. So Bare Minerals and IT Cosmetics, stay away from. Now, I will tell you, I've used a lot of concealers, and I mean a lot. The two I always go back to, Tarte Shape Tape and Benefit Boing, okay? I love them both. Benefit Boing is very moisturizing. So for my more mature skin, 50 plus, definitely you're going to need to go with Benefit Boing. They have very few colors, which is very unfortunate. I hope they get more, but I love this for people's skin who's a little bit drier and stuff. It doesn't settle in the lines. It's more moisturizing. It's very velvety on your skin. Tarte Shape Tape, however, is a little more drying, but this is more full coverage. If you guys have major dark circles under your eyes, or you have really parts that you want to 100% conceal, Tarte Shape Tape, by far, hands down, is the #1 concealer. Now, I'm excited to tell you that Beauty Blender is coming out with a concealer, and I'm pretty excited. I can't wait to try it. So, I'll let you know, but 2 favorites of this one. Now, I love to put my makeup on with either a Beauty Blender or, get ready for it. Hang on. Well, that's the dumbest thing ever. Really? Whatever. I lost my Tati Beauty Beautiful Blendifuls. Now, these are amazing for foundation. You don't have to get them wet. You don't have to anything. You can pat like you can normal, like I just pat it. They have a bigger one that comes with it, and then they have this little one. Don't try and put your concealer on with it, because do you see these little fibers in here? All these little fibers will show up in your concealer and it goes on terribly. So use your Beauty Blender for that, and then use your Tati Beauty Blenderful for the rest of your foundation. It goes on beautifully and seamlessly. And I like how big it is because I can really get into all those corners and stuff, and you can really bend it and make sure you're getting into everything, like all around the face. So Blenderful, my 3 favorites for putting on foundation. EcoTools, okay? Yes, it's a little bit dirty, whatever. And Beauty Blenders. Now, you all know I don't like to buy into expensive crap. I think it's ridiculous. But do they do what they say and they perform well? Yes. Is it worth $20? Yes. But sometimes you can get them in a package deal where they come out and they're like 15 bucks a piece. Are they still worth it? Yes, they are. But EcoTools makes just as good as one. You just have to make sure that you're always getting these a little bit damp and then putting on your makeup with them, and always patting. Now, if you want it lighter coverage and you don't want to use a brush and all you have at home is a Beauty Blender like this, and you like medium coverage, all you do is wipe, okay? Patting is what makes it more thick and heavy looking, and wiping is what is going to make it look a little bit finer and less heavy, okay? So, 3 favorites. Tati Blenderful, Beauty Blender, the actual brand, and the EcoTools. The rest of them suck. And yes, have I tried them all? Yes, I have, because all of you know I don't get PR boxes. Nothing comes to me for free, so I buy it all. I have bought every brand under the sun, and these 3 are the things that perform the most beautifully on my skin. And if you love brushes, the IT Cosmetic brushes are hands down one of the best brushes I have ever used. If you guys have any other questions or you want to know anything, seriously, comment down below. There's a little triangle on the right-hand side as you're watching this video. And if you push that, it actually sends you to my description box where I link everything in there that I use and I love. And then also down below that, you can actually comment. So if you have a comment or you have a question, just get on there and tell me. And also, I have a Facebook and an Instagram at Over the Top Beauty. Get on there. I do a lot more pictures. I do a lot more like daily, things on there, like my favorite hair products, my favorite this, blah, blah, blah. I post little pictures, quotes, you know, that kind of stuff. So anyway, get on and come enjoy with me. And thank you again for joining me. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day.